All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts.
Wait, 20! No. Hey, Alabama.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 72.
They run with Hines. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamers. Out of Wisconsin.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it this time. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
180. 58. Come on. Hey, defense. Hurry. Hey, alert! Switch! Topper!
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays goes off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for Nick Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The
line.
Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Brady. He completes this one to Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Go bandit.
To throw again. Brady under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sione Takitaki coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
51. Your track. Begin. Hold 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 47-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Regular. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 58, boy. 58, Mike. Under 10. 10. Shit. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's run.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Alert! 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
He's coming. No, 66. Buzz. 51 the mic, boy. 51. I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man Hilton. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
That's good for the Colts. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Charlie. Sugar.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check 59.
Throwing again. Brady. Over the middle. Hauled in by Campbell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This is Hines. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now it's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Okay, buddy, I see you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Mayfield now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about it.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Stay focused. Come on. All right. I got you. 180. No chance. Check 37. Check 37. Point it right. Pistol. Got it.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here's Hines. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. 72. Mike's 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Here we go. Hey, Echo. 72. 59. Mike to 59. Check.
Brady now to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Brady. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. From the 27, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Hines working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They run again with Hines. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's a big side. Hey, check it.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
They'll try the left side. Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. All right, here we go. Jackie, reload.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will tie things up at 13. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25. At the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And that pitch just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hudson.
Let's go. Let's do it.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they?
Yeah,
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that'll make it 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle, and that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Bring it. Bring it.
Hey, go 66. Hey, zoom.
59. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
I got you, punk.
Here's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Go Bandit. Hey, Orbit.
Check, 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
Brady going to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady now on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out,
yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
36.
Regular.
58.
Alert.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 58.
Go.
58, Mike.
I got you.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hudson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twist.
side by Hilton. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Rip.
Mike 51. Mike 50.
Hey, exit. 72.
To throw again. Brady. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Mike 58, right there. It's our field. It's our field. Hey,
King.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
gotta do better.
Hey, award 33. Back.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Real. 15. Hey, box truck.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 15.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, that's 53! Alert! Malcolm!
Check 3, check.
Bravo!
Watch the area.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Mayfield to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Watch this. King.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
You ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Hold the look. Hold 50.
First throw of overtime for Brady. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
I'm coming. Check 24.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
3 down. Hatchet. Check your hot read.
53 Linda. Hey, Charlie.
Check 59.
Alert.
Now Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Slam. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch this. No. Me.
On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.